You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Everyone in attendance tonight. Hi, Jim B., your host here on another stupid sports show, 1069 Click FM, have screwed up. Either that or there was a change in programming that I did not grok to. Because right now I should be taking in the beginning of Celtics versus the Kings, which was supposed to be going out on ESPN2. However, when I went to check it just now, there's an asterisk by ESPN2 that says not available in my area. And I gotta be honest, this day has already been rough enough that I really do not feel like sailing the seven seas in order to keep up with the NBA. So, sorry, screw it. I am changing horses in midstream. That's fucking right. I am instead going to focus on the damn NCAA Final Four women's tournament, which is going on right now, and which is what is showing in my area on not only ESPN, but also ESPN2, and they're doing a Manning cast style thing with, I think, names in women's basketball commentating from a couch. So, I'm not going to rag on them saying, but you're taking it away from me. Like, let them earn their money. I think it's great that they're, getting the attention and now apparently have the freedom and opportunity to be able to do something like that. That's kind of cool. But, it did take away from a decent opportunity for me to check out the Sacramento Kings, even though they only had a 5% win chance. And, yeah, they were pretty much guaranteed to get stomped by the Celtics tonight. So, no. Instead, we're just going to update the teams. Well, we'll be joining the second quarter, so we're a little bit late, and I do apologize for that. But now we're going to go in and check on NC State and South Carolina, which is currently tied 18-18. However, South Carolina, Camila Cardoso, who's do recognize as one of their bigger name players from the highlights that I've seen, undefeated season. Damn, man. Now South Carolina leads by 2. We're at about 7:20 to go in the second quarter right now. And we're just going to hang out through, I think, halftime because I've essentially turned this stream from one thing into something else, and I want to give you all your money's worth as long as you have me here. So I will stick around through intermission, and we can just do like a general catch each other up on all the sports news because, oh. Sometimes it's just too much of an effort to get through all the other news and then get to sports. Either way, the Thunder's leading the Pacers by 1 at the end of the first. Okay. Nice to see that the Pacers can, still take it to the higher seeded teams. Oh, that may be true, North. By the way, score is now 24-18. I may be doing this on a bit of a back burner But hey, this stream is already off the rails enough. I've given up trying to be professional right now. And you only give the Kings a 5% chance of beating Vancouver tomorrow. MKI, would you agree with that assessment? Okay, you only give them a 5% chance of losing the game. Okay, I'm glad to see that the fandoms can be honest with each other. Meanwhile, NC State has finally gotten above 20, still trailed by 4. We're actually closer to 525. It's 522 to go. As Cardoso was looking for an entry on the other side. Meanwhile, NC State is going to be chasing it and accidentally gives it back to South Carolina, even though they were able to whack it away for a steal. They couldn't control it. So while we have a moment, we'll get this down to closer to where it really is, which is 5:14. South Carolina throwing in a substitution. Oh yeah, Cardoso's coming out. Kings beat the Canucks last time they met, so you think they'll be ready for vengeance. Gotcha. Oh my goodness, and they draw the charge. Holy crap. Oh, and the coach is angry. Like she is just as angry, you know. I think she might have a case for that, honestly. I think she's justifiably angry. Yeah, so do not fear, by the way. We will still be doing bingo. We just may do it for, a little bit longer, maybe through a bit of the other Final Four game that is going on tonight. Depends on how long we go for. As a floor foul way before the shot was taken, and yeah, we will have bingo. I have determined it. So the first entry that we can definitely check off is Coach is angry. And I'm going to just go out on a limb and assume the home crowd hated that call. Hell, if I was anybody in the arena, I would hate that call, especially for the amount of maroon that I'm seeing throughout the arena. Yeah, they're showing up in a big way for the Lady. This is not a Lady Gamecocks. Also, the fun thing about keeping track of South Carolina is they have to be very specific about saying Gamecocks. Oh, goodness. Meanwhile, Logan is going to have card number 15. Thank you, Logan. I'll see if, you know what, for all of this nonsense, I'm just going to check off Fix Jim's TV. We'll consider it, adjacent to that one. Yeah, the Game Roosters. The Lady Roosters of South Carolina. All right, no alley-oops, no, so we'll get Coach is angry. Home crowd hates the call. I mean, honestly, the players handled the lousy call pretty well. They just, helped their teammates up and went on with the game. And like I said, she had a good reason. Didn't look like the defender's feet were truly planted. Or at least maybe they weren't from the point where I was able to see them within frame. So, can they call them game hens? The Lady Game Roosters versus the Lady Wolf Pack. Yeah. I mean, they could if they were willing to change the male one to stags, because honestly, it may be a bit ass backwards, but in my brain, it's always stags and hens that are associated. It's a weird sort of Britishism, but that got stuck in my head at some point in my life, and it's been there ever since. Yeah, the Game Roosters versus the Oregon Beavers. And people wonder why I cheer for Morehead State whenever they get into the NCAA. By the way, the coach that for Morehead State has moved on to greener pastures at another university, so I think it's going to be a few years before we see them again in the tournament. Oh, damn! The draft and the WNBA draft is on the 15th. No kidding. All right. Well, that's at least worth taking note of. I think, at least to see where some of these players will go. All right. NC State now only down by 2 at this point. They get an inbound from the baseline. Bit of a loft in. It gets knocked away, but retrieved by NC State. A little bit of a trap in the middle, so there'll be a clear shot from the foul line that rolls all over and bounces out. Damn. All right, they'll just leave someone completely open at the foul line, but they don't quite make it either. All right, head to Brooks it goes, who will shake, shimmy, and it's off the back of the iron. And good effort by number 2 trying to chase after the rebound, but big speed from number 25. Quick pass underneath to number 10. And Camila Cardoso is back on the court. I understand. Caitlin Clark. No, she plays for the University of Iowa Lady Hawkeyes, and we have got NC State and South Carolina. The next game coming up is actually going to be Iowa versus UConn, University of Connecticut, for completion's sake, because like you said, you don't know much about college, and sometimes there's a bit of shorthand that doesn't translate. There's actually a few people who, when they hear UConn and UConn's mascot is the Huskies, think that it's YUKON. So, all right, passy around the world, trying to set up a pick. They somewhat manage it, working off of Cardoso for an easy one from mid-range. That is Tessa Johnson doing it for South Carolina. Another one knocked away. Okay. For as aggressive as NC State was on the defense, it looks like South Carolina is willing to be just as aggressive, if not more so, and doing just as good a job of it. All right. Are we having any shot clock violations yet? At least I don't think. But first one gets missed. We could get both free throws missed. Wow, this is the first time that NC State's been to the line all game. But they are 1 for 2. Second one went in. We can't check off that space quite yet. Couple of substitutions get made, one for each team. And South Carolina will slowly bring it up court. Bending around to the near side of the arc, looking for Cardoso underneath. Reverses course, falls over. But a fierce rebound by Baldwin. Oh, Cardoso is limping. Cardoso is limping. And okay. Yeah, she is have this is not good. That three is short, and finally they get a foul and the clock stops and oh, oh, damn. This is rough. Yeah. Yeah, there was also an earthquake in New York, and it got felt through many of the other states, even though it was a small magnitude earthquake because the rock is older and it's more compressed over on that side of the continent. Oh, yeah, Cardoso is being helped into the locker room. All right, first shot goes down for NC State at the line. And they're following her all the way. Come on. Oh, I mean, I guess this is what happens with, the increased eyes on the sport, but it still feels hinky, you know, seeing those sorts of shots, trying to capture the pain from the student athletes. And we got a floor foul coming on NC State as they were guarding at mid-range. I had NC State as the home team. They have 2 fouls so far in this quarter. South Carolina. And meanwhile, that suffocating defense, they almost steal it from behind again. NC State able to set up a 3, swish, and we are tied again. With a minute to go in the first half. Ooh. All right, they try to hold at the foul line and respond with their own 3, but is off and out. Batted down by Baldwin, but South Carolina retrieves. They will get a fresh 20 seconds to work with. Passy around the world from the far side. And trying to, down from the baseline, they will try again from the other end. And it gets slapped out. Oh, no, possession still belongs to South Carolina. Meanwhile, the Capitals are beating the Hurricanes 2-0. Because what the hell, why not? Fagan has to fight hard, but gets it underneath. And again, they will have that pressure to try to keep them from setting up anything in this last few seconds of this first half. And draws the foul, she does, on the inside. South Carolina was trying to say that it should have been a contested jump ball, but it falls on deaf ears. No, it is not. It is not playoff run a clock. That's not even a real time. I don't think that was even a real time when they didn't have a concept of what time was. Oh, well, best of luck against the Mariners. Break some hearts out there. NC State only makes 1 from the line and will try from a distance off the front of the rim. And with that, we end the first half of play. South Carolina leading by 1. Oof. Damn. Well, it's been an eventful start to the stream. We've made it this far. Be right back. All right, Monty, do you have any congratulatory words for the Winnipeg Jets? Please, MKI, don't say that. They don't need to go back to third. They're fine. They're fine where they were. I believe that is no comment from Monty about the Winnipeg Jets clinching a playoff spot. Congratulations to them. All right. And I'm not saying I want to watch how she got injured, but I am curious exactly what happened. Cuz I couldn't tell whether she was unable to put the weight down because of an ankle or a knee thing. Oh, I think it might be an ankle thing because she might have been. It looked like she was trying to step more on the ball of the foot that she was favoring. So, whew. And we are at first intermission between the Sabres and the Flyers, and Buffalo leads Philly 1-0. Great. Oh, friggin' great. Oh boy. Well, we'll get this moved over to all of that, and I'm honest. Some things are not going to work as far as the fouls showing up because all those things live in different profiles just to make my life easier. And if I tried to switch right now midstream, I think my computer might try to swallow its own head in a manner of speaking. So, yeah, some of the foul and bonus stuff might be wrong as I go through, but just to let you know. Yeah. Yeah, True North. I am very fiercely contemplating going live for that. I have to be honest. It's there can it can only be funny at this point. Hmm. All right. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to have to happen then. And wow. Well, the announcer says that she thinks South Carolina was making NC State too comfortable, and she must be talking about moments that I hadn't seen because it seemed that South Carolina was putting a lot of pressure defense wise. But hey, they probably know more than I do. Might be talking about something else like transition game rebounding or something else that I'm not paying. It's I can't talk off the top of my head about those things in an intelligent manner, as you all have probably guessed. But I do like the fact that they're able to use cliches like rise to the moment. So, that's good to hear. And Penguins versus Red Wings with even more hot potatoes. All right, let's just so we can make this easier on me. Get all these box scores up so that I and check on all of the other spaces we are keeping track of. Yeah, I know. If I recall the calendar correctly, True North, the NHL playoffs begin on April 22nd, which is a Tuesday. Oh, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this at all. Okay, they are promising more information on Cardoso's possible injury. Meanwhile, the mascots are getting into shenanigans while pretending to crash yachts into, well, city infrastructure, which I think might be a little insensitive, considering that a good portion of the House of Representatives doesn't want to fund the rebuilding of the Key Bridge in Baltimore. So, but what the hell do I know? Meanwhile, in the stats game, so far, James from the Wolfpack has reached 10 points, but has only got a steal and a rebound to her credit as well. So it might take a little more for her to get the double-double. Looking over at South Carolina's side, Cardoso was the best possible for a while, 16 points and 7 rebounds, but we're going to have to see if she's going to be available for the second half at this point. And the next closest person is Watkins off the bench, who's currently got 8 rebounds but only 2 points. So that's where we are on the double-double chase. Is there anything that we can... Yeah, I know that I do have broken ankle as a spot on this list, but that is more for, great movement and, dribbling and just absolutely faking your opponent out of their shoes. Not for whatever might have happened to Cardoso. No, the announcers are doing great. None of them are bored or drunk. I am going to check off technical difficulties as well for me being fooled by information I read online. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of crazy conspiracy theories that have been dancing around, and all I want to know is when is the damn thing going to be rebuilt, because it is completely insane that there would be even an argument about it. And Mr. John Jay, hope you're doing well tonight. We are unfortunately no longer doing the NBA game, but you know what? I should probably go into that and change that in the damn title. I can't change the thumbnail at this point, but NCAA Women's Final Four. Rescued from watching Celtics Kings by regional lockout. So screw it. Women's Final Four. And bingo. Yep. I think that's a good. No. It's just a very screwy and stupid font that always amuses me when I look at it. But no, NC State. We are checking in on NC State in South Carolina because I got region locked out of watching Celtics Kings. Thought it was supposed. supposed to be on ESPN2, and they're doing their own Manningcast-esque thing with the Gamecocks Wolfpack game that is going on right now. And yeah, NC State is hanging around as much as they did earlier in the tournament. Oh. I mean, it would be pretty incredible if one school actually this is something blocked from watching Tatum. Yeah, pretty much. This is something that actually was there ever a time that a school won both the men's and the women's NCAA basketball championships, in the same season? I mean, it had to have happened at least once. One school, two basketball titles, men's, women's, same year. Oh, okay. Yep, there it is. 2004, UConn. They beat Tennessee for their third straight women's title. And they don't give any information, of course. They don't. I bet they did it again in 2014. Damn. Okay. Oh, boy. Had to be UConn. It had to be UConn. All right, we got that saved. Mock score ready, and all right, thankfully it looks like nobody's in foul trouble, so if things get truly awful at the end, we could be in for a lot of hack and slash. And don't worry, True North, I will try to get at least a little bit of the Caitlin Clark show in, even though it may fucking exhaust me, but hey, screw it. It's Friday. What have I got to do tomorrow? In the meantime, let's bring up the scores, see how everything is doing. Kings are losing by 8 currently. First quarter nearly over. Hornets beating the Magic by 15. Oh, okay. Nearly at halftime in that game, and it's 65-50. And the Pacers have pulled a bit ahead of the Thunder, 69-56. That one nearly at halftime as well. Oof. Oh, shoot. That's Rebecca Lobo. Cool. All right, there's got to be at least one hockey game going on. Yeah. There's the rest of them. And all right, Flyers and Sabres are back at it. Second period underway. Buffalo still leads 1-0. Oh no. Wait a minute. Wait. All right, who would we play if the NHL playoffs started today? Look at the brackets. So if we ended up switching places with the Flyers, we play the Hurricanes. Oh. Great. Absolutely. Wow. Now that is a rare phrase to hear out of a fan's mouth. I would rather let him stay in college. Oh. Cardoso is out for the second. Nope, she is out on the court. Forgive me, for the second half. Looks like her leg has been. There's a lot of tape and wrapping. So here we are. South Carolina will start with possession, and the third quarter begins. Down to the baseline they go. A quick turn back into the paint, and now the lead is 3 again. All right, South Carolina looking around from the top. Able to back up a little too much on that three-point attempt off the iron. Easy rebound for Cardoso, who is, like she's moving, but, there's a definite, I think she's got to get a little bit of more time with that tape on her leg before I think she'll be really able to get her moves going. Meanwhile, South Carolina, they did get a 3. They do have a foul coming on South Carolina. Oof. It is only the second foul, I think, for Papau, who got that foul. Send South Carolina to the line and sink their first free throw. Oh no, not the Ice Pistons. Second shot doesn't fall. South Carolina still leads by 5. All right, they're looking inside for Cardoso, are able to knock it away and just rip it away out of bounds. For South Carolina to regroup from the sideline, now down to 18 seconds. It'll be a quick back and forth right near the line and brought back up to right near the center of court by number 25. Moving around the far side of the arc, lofted into Cardoso, who draws the immediate double team, looks for her pal inside, and the second chance by number 2 off the rebound gets it in. And once again, a mild backcourt pressed by South Carolina, only one person staying back. And a big miss from the baseline by Rivers. Oh boy. Not a good start for NC State here in this second half. Oh boy. Great job just freezing defenders at mid-range. Allows one of her teammates to just sneak up beside her and take an uncontested 3. As Raven Johnson, who's got 8 points now on the night. Meanwhile, James pulls up after sneaking through a couple of defenders and just completely fools them as well. And they'll bounce it back through another screen. Almost too easy. Ball briefly batted away. They'll both follow it to the baseline. Baldwin will help on the rebound and draws the foul. Oh my goodness. Yep, there it is. The what did I do on that foul called. If you have what I do, mark it off on your cards, folks. And there was just a look on her face of, I have to look up because if I keep looking at you, I will say something I regret. All right. First shot falls for NC State. South Carolina is up to 2 fouls. That is both of them made. Meanwhile, Rockies beat the Rays 10-7. Good for them. Hey, I can always enjoy it when Colorado Rockies win something. Oh my goodness. And before I can even get a minute past it, ESPN is already auto-playing the play I just saw on the box scores page. And once again, Watkins, another rebound for South Carolina. And a great dish to Cardoza in the paint. The coverage completely lost track of her, and just like that, it is a 12-point lead for South Carolina. All right, let's see if there's anything else that we can check off this bingo list. No, we really can't. You know what? I'm willing to check off posterized just because that is a specific slam dunk thing, and the odds of that happening are a little bit, I don't know, reduced for this game, I think. Unless suddenly the laws of gravity stop applying specifically on that court, I don't think we'll be getting any, real posterization. No, see what they did. Oh yeah. Look at what they're of course they highlight the Taylor Swift on the Hulu ad. Damn. All right, that Hulu ad wins. How do you do optimal demographic trying to appeal to every single member of the family? You can still get your smart shows and your Taylor Swift and your kids' stuff and your sports. We just reinvented cable. You're welcome. I know. We could still, there's still hope that we could get a broken ankle. Not a literal broken ankle, mind you, just a good, really good fake. No technical fouls yet. Actually, we did have one player chase a ball into the cheerleading section in the first half, so we can check that off. And neither team ended up getting to the bonus. Haven't seen a traveling call yet, though, so that's nice. Didn't get a jump ball. Nothing's been under review. Oh, we did get a he's going the distance, which is basically when the first player to touch the ball on an offensive possession is the one that scores with it. All right, and there's Paige Beckers from UConn getting ready for the UConn-Iowa game. We will be live for some of that as well because I got to give you guys at least a couple hours. No, but we're not quite there either. Oof. All right. They just got the "you have to play harder." I hope that's the real speech and not just something they're making up to fill time. And meanwhile, we start with another foul to Cardoso on James. She is not looking happy about that. Oh, Tyler. Rangers, meanwhile, are on the power play. NC State throwing in from underneath the hoop. They have had and nearly getting it thrown away. Gets tipped out by South Carolina. And we'll try for another throw in this time from the corner. Down to 19 seconds now. Had to rush back and retrieve it. Baldwin will provide a screen. And Zion James, with all the effort, and it rolls right all around the rim. Nothing doing. The end of that first half was so promising, and yeah, that looked like a pretty obvious foul. I could even see the hand in the pushing in the back. First one by NC State, but you don't want to give them any opportunity when they already seem to be able to take whatever they want and keep you from doing anything on the court. Meanwhile, and Papal admits to it, she accidentally stepped on the out of bounds line. Turnover to NC State. An abysmal shooting percentage today for NC State, only 33%. And damn it. Another turnover as James just throws the ball away. I don't know what the hell happened at halftime, but the team that tied things up with South Carolina, they disappeared. They are able to corral when that three goes out of bounds, however. They will provide some pressure on the inbounds, try to make things difficult. They'll respond by racing up the court, kicking back out, but they're ready to defend and tap it away. Cannot get the turnover, however. They have worn out a good amount of clock and shot clock, and we're down to 4:46. And South Carolina, they are looking much more like their undefeated selves, but also NC State is giving a lot away with the missed shots. Oof, it is rough because it could be very different right now, and thank goodness the Flyers have gotten on the board. They've tied the Sabres. It's 1-1. They can stay up there. We will keep out of things. We do not need to go to the playoffs. We're fine. It's all right. Flyers, have a nice time there. Rangers and Red Wings still tied at 2 apiece, and we're still blanking the Hurricanes. Crud. All right, well, how things going over in the NBA? Pacers still lead the Thunder by 10 at halftime. Celtics leading the Kings 5 minutes to go in the second quarter, 42-30. And the Pelicans are beating up on the Spurs 12-9 like they probably should. Meanwhile, the Rockets are trying to steal one from the Heat. They're currently up 14-11 in the beginning of their game. I do not know what to say, MKI. I do not know what to say. Actually, what exactly is UConn versus Iowa supposed to start at 8:30? So what I'll probably do is take a little break in between this game and the next one. I'll do a pause for cause then. And we'll take in some of UConn, Iowa, and I probably won't finish the game because, like I said, my sleep schedule got completely disrupted last night, and yeah, I do gotta go to bed. Angie has already been fed. She got all her food, and she is over here snoozing her little brains out and has absolutely no right to complain. If she does, it is for completely unrelated reasons, and I assume that it can be narrowed down to the California teams are not doing as well as she likes. All right, and there's that. There's the cheering squad getting off the court. And South Carolina immediately races back on. No energy lost from them. Inbound on the baseline. They do manage to sneak it underneath, but there's James up top being quite closely guarded. Draws the double team. Gets punched out. And it is the turnover is on James. Shoot. RC. Right now it is. I didn't get to watch Celtics Kings, so I'm going over to the Final Four, which is probably more interesting in some ways anyway. Except when South Carolina decides they want to turn up the heat and make the game even more uneven. Yeah, good game gone haywire is the best description. The competitive NC State disappeared at halftime and has been replaced by this. Well, at least we're tied with the Royals at the end of the third. Woo, White Sox. Oh yeah. There it is. Another shot goes nowhere. You can't mark off celebratory gesture. And another rebound lost out of bounds by NC State. All right, mark off celebratory gesture because we got a whole bunch of those from the South Carolina bench on that made three-pointer. They'll try to loft another one back there. They tease it and just take a pick from Cardoso. James on the rebound. Throw it ahead, and South Carolina, they sped right back. They still have all the energy in the world. I know NC State coach said that they needed to play with more energy, but then they have an off-target pass, and even contested, she sticks around to gloat. All right, check off the fast break, folks. We just had an ugly one get enacted on NC State. They can't even get an uncontested three to go. It's off the front of the rim. One player nearly breaks their own ankle in an attempt to do an awesome dribbling maneuver. We won't check off for that one. Quarter three, Cardoso rebounds through. Holy crap. Yep, Camila Cardoso has reached double-double territory with 22 points and 11 rebounds. So mark off double-double on your card if you have it. Meanwhile, there's another steal, and she gets it yanked up from behind her as she's going up the court. And then Brooks draws the foul as she was just cutting through the backcourt like butter. Uh, yeah, they can pack their own bags. I'm I'm not going to pack. I'm not going to carry this stuff to the bus unless I see the money up front. And another 3-pointer doesn't fall for NC State. Oof. All right. Yep, we are at 55-36. Cardoso is getting a break. Oh, Luke, you may notice we're going on different teams. I got switched around by a change in programming and regional lockout, so right now I'm watching South Carolina beat the living daylights out of NC State. Meanwhile, one player takes a huge tumble going for the rebound, and Brooks draws another foul from the same player. Wow, apparently NC State has already reached the bonus. So, yep, now it's correct. There we go. Oh, at 2 Red Wings, at 2. Yeah, this, I honestly had more hope. I had already originally dedicated myself to NBA coverage tonight, but I thought after I'd seen some of UConn play, yeah, they're going to be more of a competitive match for Iowa. Another 3. And another feed inside, quickly blocked. Oh my goodness, they are demoralized out there. They are demoralized. So they'll try to drain another 3 to end things, and they do. Outscored 29-6 in that quarter. NC State now trails by 24. Holy crap. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Luke. Oh, man. The. Oh, my goodness. And then I gotta I gotta wait for 8:30 to show up. Holy shit. I'm not gonna make it. I don't think any sponsor is gonna want to put its name on tonight's show, Luke. Not after all the crap that has happened. Yeah. All the positions that nobody wants to be in at the end of the season. All right. You know what? I'm quite comfortable right now calling deep hurting. If you have deep hurting on your card, mark it off because, yeah, this game has definitely achieved that in all the ways it possibly can. I actually just did brought my card up. Let's see, we got going the distance, fixed Jim's TV, celebratory gesture, optimal demographic. Hurting. We checked out posterized. Coach is angry. Fast break. Double double. Oh, damn. I'm not. I'm not getting bingo with this card. It's just not happening. There's too much that I have to hope for to go right, and and a couple that I definitely know I'm not going to get. So, oof. Oh, geez. Good for Detroit. Good for Detroit. Just, do everything you can to knock us out, please. Uh, yeah. I don't think shot clock violation is going to happen because South Carolina has been scoring at will, and I mean, NC State is now going to be far, far too desperate to try to make up the gap. So I'm afraid that they're going to just take first available shot every chance that they can. So, yeah, that's my easiest path to bingo right now. And I think the chance of an actual jump ball happening in this game is kind of diddly over squat right now. But anyway, at least the Rangers are doing well. All right, NC State's going to start the fourth quarter with the ball. And South Carolina is not letting up. Every time somebody gets the ball, they immediately rush to double team them. And okay, so they got 1-3. And there's where it begins. We get the first foul of the quarter, and it is on NC State. And get the inbound, move it in, working against Baldwin, reversing field. Shot is off the backboard. Extra effort by Watkins. Rebound again by number 20. We'll lose it again. Oh, shit, we got an actual jump ball. Possession arrow keeps it on South Carolina, but check off actual jump ball if you have it on your bingo card. All right, Cardoso has left the game again, getting a little rest on the bench. South Carolina has to throw in from underneath. Has to take a couple extra seconds. Using a pick. Again, easy shot from mid-range near the top of the arc. I know, they actually did something. They try to feed it back, and Baldwin's off target. Wide open and off target. That's going to be another foul on NC State. I know they have fouls to give, but don't just give them uncontested shots at the free throw line. Oh yeah, South Carolina is gladly taking its time. There is no chance of them giving up a 23-point lead. If they have something severely gone wrong, but the way they're able to easily loft in shots from inside the paint, I don't think that's going to be a problem. All right, finally, NC State able to loft one of their own from the inside. Meanwhile, South Carolina, they don't get challenged at the three-point line. Well, specific few people don't. And another foul is called. Obvious one, but all right, Watkins on the rebound. Only this is Raven Johnson. Damn, another charging foul. That one's going to get called on Hall for South Carolina. Oof. Meanwhile, Sabres are up 3-1 at the second intermission. Why? Damn it. Come on. All right, and welcome back, Justin. We moved from one game getting canceled on us to another game becoming wildly uncompetitive. We're doing a little bit of bingo, but I don't know how much we'll be able to check off in between this game and trying to bridge over into a bit of Iowa, UConn. Watkins is able to drain another. 19 rebounds, 8 points for Ashlyn Watkins tonight. Meanwhile, a brief bit of joy. Madison Hayes getting her first points of the night with a three-pointer, and is immediate timeout by South Carolina before NC State can build any momentum off of that. No, I just got regionally locked out. I was supposed to have it on ESPN2. When I checked again today, it's ESPN2 everywhere but where I am. So instead, I'm getting on ESPN2 a Manning Cast version of the Gamecocks Wolfpack game that is going on right now, but with some major names in women's basketball providing the couch commentary. Oh, good. Canes scored a goal. Oh, yeah. Great. You're halfway there, boys. Lincoln on a bear. 3:50 to go in the second period, and my Capitals still insist on improving their playoff standing for whatever reason. Kip, it goes rather confusingly. I can't seem to get a competitive basketball game or a competitive game in front of me for the life of me this weekend. And my Capitals seem insistent on staying in the playoff race. So, yeah, I'm just bracing myself for all of the deep hurting that I'm going to have to go through during the opening week of the NHL playoffs. Hope it's going well with you, though. Other than that, weekend is coming. A very calm cat sleeping over here. She's sleeping so soundly, she didn't even notice when I brought Monty in earlier. So that tells you about how dead to the world she is. Meantime, the Celtics only lead the Kings by 4 at halftime. Huh. Good for them. Keeping things interesting. Meanwhile, the Thunder have closed pace with Indiana. They now only trail by 5 with 3:58 to go in the third quarter. Not too much else. Heat have taken the lead back from the Rockets, so we'll just assume they'll hold that. In the meantime, Oh, college baseball as well, and the Cornhuskers are beating Ohio State 3-0. Cool. All right, Trailblazers, they are beating the Wizards 84-72 in the third. Pelicans still holding out over the Spurs 33-25. And the Bucks over the Raptors 34-28. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, yeah. And they even put it in the ad, Caitlin doing Caitlin things. No question about who the big draw is. And there's Jason Sudeikis at courtside. Okay, and yeah, I had a feeling that really intense, angry-looking dude in the crowd from the last Iowa game I took in was Caitlin Clark's dad, and now it's been confirmed. And, whew, yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to be stuck next to a plane on that guy, with that guy. Honestly, Justin, I have to imagine that depending on the kind of person they are, the same way that the Karens felt when they figured out what their name had become. For some of them, a great sense of pride. For others, a great sense of embarrassment. And their reaction might tell you a lot about, that person. Meanwhile, South Carolina gets another charging foul. All right, NC State doesn't get the 3 to fall that time. Score currently, they're only down by 20. Such progress they have made. Under 6 minutes to go officially. Meanwhile, we're leading the Hurricanes by 1 at the end of the second in Raleigh. We have an open 3 from the baseline. And a nice big stare down from Raven Johnson to her defender as she walks away. So now that puts the pressure back on NC State again. South Carolina not giving an inch, however. So being very aggressive, still just stealing the balls right out of their hands. And here goes an easy fast break for Raven Johnson. And what are they supposed to do at this point? What are they actually supposed to do? And they're tied at the end of the second. Yeah. All right, Raven Johnson got another foul, checks out. Oh, they're actually taking her a little ways off the court. Okay. Maybe she needs a bit of an extended break. Oh, she's indicating the back of her leg and walking into the locker room. Oof. Meanwhile, we get another foul by NC State in their own end in the corner. As they continue the gratuitous injury walk camera. Everybody passing by, ball won't get challenged on the inside. And a rare giveaway. Brooks, once again, will try to power the whole damn team through on her back. She gets her own rebound, turns around again, and the shot doesn't fall, but she draws the foul. Oof. Oh boy. NC State desperate to stay in it. Brooks cannot do everything for you. And South Carolina just has too much that they can throw at you. They try a full court press, and Brooks ends up just committing a foul against Watkins. We didn't even get a chance to restart the clock. Oh. Another ball knocked out of bounds. Another opportunity for NC State to stop South Carolina, and they cannot. All right, this is Fowley coming out of the game. Tao Powell coming in for South Carolina. And it's Tao Powell who will go underneath from the baseline to throw in. Down to 4:16 in this game. Thankfully. Because for exciting as it was at the end of the first half, it has turned into an absolute rout/grind. And I don't really appreciate grind unless it has something to do with a bean of coffee. And now that's the 20th rebound for Ashlyn Watkins this game. She still hasn't gotten above 10 points, but I think we got to give her at least some credit for getting 20 rebounds in a game. And the Rangers are beating the Astros 5-0 in the bottom of the second. Oof. Oh boy, another foul on NC State. They're very close to also dragging South Carolina into bonus territory. All right. The time keeps running as South Carolina moves to the hoop unabated. They have to absolutely slash their way through. Baldwin does on the rebound. And Brooks will draw another foul and go to the line. All right, we're down to 3:15. We're nearly there. Very soon, we'll have our break and we'll come back for UConn and Iowa, which I hope will be at least more interesting at the start. Please, please be more interesting at the start. And just like that, South Carolina gets the rebound off the missed free throw and proceeds to spend more time draining the clock in the offensive zone. And because they're foul trouble, we essentially already put them in the bonus. So, yeah, NC State cannot afford to foul or be very challenging on defense. Brooks will draw the double team. James will lose control of the crossover. And they will instead get the kickball rather than risk the turnover. There's Raven Johnson walking out of the locker room with no obvious discomfort, apparently. All right. Brooks on forward again. James tries the three-pointer, but nice job on the rebound by number 11. Brooks has to try again. Baldwin on the additional rebound and assist. Finally gets them back into it. And all they have to do is wait and let the defenders speed by. I mean, yes, James just did nail a 3 for NC State. She's now up to 20 points, but it does not seem to have done very much to help them out with all the other shots that I can think of that they missed and all the easy opportunities they gave up. Easy call for a foul on James there. Allison, South Carolina. Oh, damn. They never make it clear when it is a foul and when it is a timeout. I think they want to make that a little clearer for people at home. Cool. All I have to do is sit through another timeout. I think this is South Carolina again. And all the hockey games are still in intermission. All the basketball games are still slowly grinding to the end. Celtics have a 12-point lead again. And the Raptors have caught up with the Bucks somehow. Oops. All right. Yeah. Probably a good time to start loading up the playlist while we wait for whatever this is to be ended peacefully. And it will not. Wiley end there to give a few more kicks into the face of the corpse before they dump it without a coffin into the grave. And they will pause at the 3-point line to jug back to center court, take a bit more time off the clock. NC State knows they can't do a damn thing. And here comes the miscongeniality speech from the announcers. NC State has a lot to be proud of, ignoring the fact that they just got totally, squashed, and I had all the will essentially drained out of them with a big block on that 3-point attempt by James. South Carolina isn't letting up at all. James will draw a huge foul to send South Carolina back to the line and stop the clock again. The Bucks losing back-to-back to the Wizards and Grizzlies before this game. Yeah. I don't know. All right. Now the seats are all empty. Let the roadies take the stage. Pack it up and tear it down. The first to come and the last to leave, working for that minimum wage. They'll set it up in another town. Tonight the people were so fine. They waited there in line. When they got up on their feet, they made the show. And that was sweet, but I can hear the sounds of slamming doors and folding chairs, and that's a sound I'll never know. Well, South Carolina will never know it because they're still undefeated and they're going to the championship. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well he can truly serve it because the job's not officially done unless the Bucks truly bomb out to end the season, and there's no indication that they'll truly bomb out. That's what will make it perfect. So that's the end of this game, but we are going to take a break, and we're going to come back for, I'd say, about the first half of Iowa and UConn. So get your drink, get your smoke, keep your bingo card, because we're going to keep playing. You know, some things that we will mark off just because they'll be impossible to reach, but we will keep playing, I promise. Thank you for sticking around for this very out of joint episode of another stupid sports show. are back for the second half of another stupid sports show, which is going to be the first half of UConn versus Iowa. Confused? Don't worry, you won't be very soon. We are still using our same bingo cards, and because of that, as soon as I can get this friggin' music turned off, I can actually update you on a couple of entries. Oh hell, Monty might get overtime. Thanks, Monty. Because even if we go to overtime, that means we gain a point. And they suffered a full defeat to the Buffalo Sabres. So either way, we're gaining ground. We start with an early turnover by UConn. Bit uncharacteristic. I think they were chasing the ball after the tip-off. Hadn't merely established possession, maybe? Anyway, things are underway. There's Kate Martin to Caitlin Clark, who will great job driving, kept outside of the paint, but still manages to get the first points of the game. Becker gets it knocked away from her, but I think a Fulter dribbled it out of bounds, and so it will be UConn's ball. And yes, Angie just crawled out of my lap. This will be a loft to KK Arnold, looking for some help on the inside. She will retreat to the baseline. And then Shade gets a nice one from inside the arc. All right. This is Kate Martin looking for Stolke, but it gets knocked out of bounds by, who was that for UConn who just did that? Aaliyah Edwards. Clark on the inbounds gets in a falter, draws the double team at the baseline, gets a bit trapped, gives it away to Leah Edwards, who was guarding Clark. Shea taking it up, guarded by Clark. It will be handed off eventually into the hands of Edwards, throwing it back to Arnold for the three. All right. All right, and here is a three that rims out. However, a Falter is able to get the pass, and it is an actual jump ball, but possession goes to Iowa. And before I completely forget, because I know I will, we can check off if you still have your bingo cards. Home team gets the bonus in the second half, and away team gets the bonus in the second half. Because in the previous game, both South Carolina and NC State got into the bonus in that final quarter. Martin's three. Whoosh. All right, here is Arnold taking it up the floor. We'll throw it to Edwards at the top of the arc. Now to Shade, being watched by Clark just inside. Quick dash by Peckers to inside the top of the arc. And now it is 7. Quick charge forward by Caitlin Clark. Tosses it back to Martin. Now to a Fulter. Inside to Stolke. Back out to Kemp. That one won't be gotten by Martin. Aaliyah Edwards on the rebound. Oh, Gabby Marshall. Gabby Marshall. Back out to Shade. And another three. Iowa suddenly down by 5. Quick hot start by UConn. Now in for Stolke on the in from a Fulter. Goes back up top to Gabby Marshall. A Fulter again on the edge. Here comes Clark for the assist. She will bring it back, being guarded by Becker. Here's Stolke on the pick. Hand off to Edwards. Gets denied out of bounds. Only 7 seconds on this clock, however, for Iowa to do something before they get the shot clock violation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, feel free to tell them I say hello. And hope that he's enjoying the game. And he fumble the inbound. It's a turnover grabbed by UConn. Here's Becker being guarded by Marshall. Down to Arnold at the baseline. Has to bring it back up top. Shade misses the handle. And here comes Clark. She'll send it to Gabby Marshall for the three-point attempt. A falter on the rebound. Needs help wrestling it away from Arnold. And now the tie-up goes to UConn. Oh, yeah. Go over to Sorgi's stream. Feel free to throw a link in there. Any mods who are around, if you want to throw a link to Sorgi's stream. I don't mind y'all going over and throwing some ducks in his chat. Becker off balance, but it won't fall. Knocked out to Caitlin Clark, who will do a deep three, but a little too much on it, actually. Arnold gets in and the foul. All right, we could get ourselves a three-point play. I don't think we really got one of those in the last game, or if we did, I completely missed it. Yeah, so go over, say hi to Sorgi, give him a duck. And that completes the three-point play. Mark it off on your bingo cards. Cool. We're officially under 6 minutes to go. UConn out to an 8-point lead here in the first quarter. Throwing out to Marshall. And it gets knocked out of her grasp before she can shoot. Whew. Meanwhile, Carolina has taken the lead, 3-2. Flyers won't lose any ground after all. Great inbound to Martin on the perimeter. Gets inside to Stolke. It is knocked out of her, out of bounds again. UConn, unfortunately, dribbled it out in the attempt to recover the steal. So, nothing doing, unfortunately. Clark again at the baseline for the inbound. Quick hand to Stolke. Shade bringing it along the near side. Eventually makes his way back up to Edwards. And that won't go. She had a pretty clean shot from mid-range. And straight on. Clark, fortunately racing for it, can't get it. Stolke can't rescue the rebound and is inbound for the Huskies. Yeah, there has been some great shots made by UConn, and Iowa's had a little bit of difficulty getting their offense going. And damn, Edwards gets an over the back foul. And now, each of them has a single foul. We get to have our little commercial break here, as they completely failed to tell me how much is left on the game clock. Much appreciated. ESPN, much appreciated. Let's see how much time is left in that. Oh, look, it says 4-2 now on my screen. They must have gotten an empty net goal. Ah. Yeah. Sorry to disappoint you folks. What can I say? All right, so let's get the NHL standings up in here, see if that really changes anything. Looks like we are still. Yep, we're gonna be behind the Flyers. Yeah, Red Wings are gonna fight for that point. Hey, they might be that bad, but if I'm looking at the hockey standings, right, all they need is a tie to pull ahead of us in the wild card standings. So I think this is a very nice lead up to Tuesday's hot potato game. I definitely think I'm going to have to go live for that one. Oh yeah, it's going to have to happen. There's no question at this point. Hang on, I need to make some more notes about this before I forget. All right. And now the minor and stupid scheming is afoot. And unfortunately, Detroit cannot even reach the tie. So they don't gain any ground. All right. Yep, the Flyers just hang on out of sheer incompetence. Yes, we're in it by a grand total of 1 damn point. Oh, my heart is a flutter. And back in the action again. Stokey gets past Edwards. Damn. And meantime, off-target pass for some way for Becker, who had a clear path through the defense of Iowa. Yeah, damn, that's unfortunate. All right. Kate Martin racing ahead, grabs a 2-on-1, but leaves Marshall open. Her three does not land, however. Dang. Shade who got the rebound. All right, Arnold looking for room outside to Mull, who will charge in against Stokey, forgive me. Rebound gets thrown out to Marshall, handed off to Martin, who finds a way inside, gets majorly denied, and a great job by UConn getting themselves in position to take that steal and rebound up court so quickly. Mule has it back up top. We'll throw it to Ashlyn at the right off the arc. And kind of mishandle it on the attempted screens, so Mule will just attempt a 3 over Caitlin Clark's head, and nobody has a chance of getting that. Yeah, at least the Tigers are doing okay. Meanwhile, the Celtics win by 1 point. Oof. Oh, damn. Now I'm really sorry I missed the game if the Kings were able to keep it that close. All right. Hey, we'll all learn to speak the language one day, Justin. Stokey underneath. And she goes through the contact. Stokey again under the undercover weapon, underappreciated. Man, I'm curious where Hannah Stolke could go in the draft. And then they get the offensive rebound off the foul shot. Clark, meantime, will not get that, but a great punch by a Fulter keeps it, but they steal it away by KK Arnold. She loses it off the rebound, but the tip away ends up back in the hands of UConn. Oh, man. You know, it has a very that has a very similar smell to burnt toast, True North. All I'm saying is, you might need to call your doctor. Oh my goodness, and that one bounces forever before it goes in off the baseline. Meanwhile, an attempt to go inside bounces out. Oof. Fifth turnover so far. Oh, wow. In this quarter. Good point. Good point. All right. Meanwhile, we got a rough shot to one of the players' legs. They seem to be playing through it. And Grady misses the three-pointer. Clark will take it up the court. He's being guarded by Mule. Will cross over, throw it to the outside. Feuerbach, her three misses. She challenges for the rebound, however, and I think is going to get called for the foul. Muir is the recipient of another rough collision on that one. Currently fouls are 2 apiece. Not a very physical game. Many handoff before settling on Arnold. She freezes, goes one way. Back to Mule up top. Guarded by Clark. Shoots over her and sinks the three. Damn. With Caitlin Clark's hands down. And then Mule gets called for the foul. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, you can't just give anybody wide open threes because players love to see they didn't give Marshall the benefit of the doubt. And Feuerbach, they'll let her shoot from three and she makes them pay for it. See? We're under a minute to go. And Caitlin Clark gets so much attention, they forget that there are other people on the team who can do things. And unfortunately, that's another. Oh, Grady looking for the opening because she knew she didn't have the shot opportunity and gives it right back to UConn. Meanwhile, Arnold accidentally kicks it out as she's racing up court. Oh, wow. I mean, do you think it's possible that the Penguins could do the Mike Tomlin bullshit and make it to the playoffs? Martin has it for Iowa. 3-second difference between the game and the shot clock. Clark will come in and draw attention away and draw Mule on the defense again. Try to force him in, and there's another turnover. Can they do anything before the sounds? Nothing doing for Bucher, but damn, 8 turnovers for Iowa in the first quarter. That is rough. All right, True North. All right, hope you have a good rest of your night. Oh, I cannot wait until the second quarter is over. Yeah, I am ending at the second quarter because technically I only got to do the second half. All right, is there anything else that we can get rid of on this lovely, lovely bingo sheet? Nobody made it to the bonus, so nope, can't check that off. We didn't get any traveling calls. Got a number of jump balls. Nobody was clumsy at the line to miss both free throws. No shot clock violation, no bench fouls, no technicals. Announcers have not had an opportunity to get bored or drunk. Even in the South Carolina NC State game, they stayed relatively focused. Oh yeah. Here's the link for you, Justin. And while you're getting that, I'll do a rundown of what we've knocked off so far. So we have been able to mark off celebratory gesture, fast break, 3-point play, coach is angry, home crowd hates the call, double-double, posterize, what I do, technical difficulties, how do you do optimal demographic, into the cheerleaders, press, crowd, home team and away team get the bonus in the second half, an actual jump ball, deep hurting, fix Jim's TV. And that's all we got so far. I'm wondering, how is my card doing? We didn't get a shot clock violation. Yeah. We haven't had a good, decent off-balance shot go in. But I guess there's still time. I mean, the rush to close out the second quarter strong is always a strong one. And because you all have soldiered with me for this long, I'll be right back. I woke him up. I'm an awful person, but I thought just here at this point on Friday night, y'all deserve to say hi one last time. All right, Monty, you're free to go. And here we are. They're doing the last bit of packages from the beginning of the game, and yeah, they're showing the heavy cover that Caitlin Clark is drawing as far as defensive coverage. Wow, Caitlin Clark only has 2 points so far, 1 for 5 from the field. Damn. All right, as a Fulter was getting on the rebound to Clark, inbound to Clark, gets knocked away from Stolke, gathered up by Mule. A Fulter tries to steal it from Becker to return the favor, but nothing doing. Mule handed off to KK Arnold, who tries to flip the court by retreating to the other side of the arc. Back to Shade from Edward to Mule again. From the far side, Shade moving down the baseline. Ashlyn Edwards sneaking in the paint when nobody was looking, behind Stolke a little bit. I understand, MKI. I understand. Whenever a team gets eliminated, it can change the character of the entire tournament. And now to Marshall. To a falter to Clark, who immediately grabs all the attention, leaving Martin open, but her three is off target. Damn. This is an issue. Oh boy. UConn leads by 7. Kicking out to Shade, might lead by 10. Well, not yet. A good rebound by Edwards, but Iowa can't get the rebound off that missed shot, and now it's a fresh possession for UConn. All right, so we have to have a moment for a shot clock going off to the wrong time when it reset. And so, they only it was supposed to just go back to 10 seconds. Fair enough. Quick turnaround from Becker, and she skies it out of bounds on the 3. Shoot. All right. And here's Caitlin Clark getting guarded very close by Mule. Ends up trapping her briefly. Marshall will come over to help out. She will draw shade. Great job by Edwards making Stolke fight for it. And she tries to pass it away to somebody else, but just dribbles through Shade's leg and brought up court by Mule. Great pass by Mule, but a block by Stolke on Edwards. Great targeted pass, and Stolke has the patience to wait for the initial coverage to pass on the inside. Finally, Iowa has scored again. And for all the credit she gets for those threes, remember, she has also been doing a great job of finding Hannah Stolke and getting her assists up and breaking a few records in that department as well. Meanwhile, KKR just snuck into the paint and got another layup. Meanwhile, another 3 attempt by Clark. It was off, and they recovered it out of bounds. Damn. So it is now Iowa's ball. Ooh. Awful mistake by UConn. Meanwhile, the Raptors have taken the lead on the Bucks. I'm sure that won't stay for long. And meanwhile, Iowa nearly gives it away, but UConn ends up being the one who knocked it out of bounds. Shot clock is down to 12, however. Meanwhile, a great knock by Edwards. And it's an easy turnover. And that is a quick timeout called by Lisa Bluter for Iowa. Ooh. Oh boy, folks. Oh boy. I'm starting to get that uneasy feeling that I was getting in the NC State South Carolina game. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous for them, and the Royals win over the White Sox 2-1. Good job, KC. You may not be getting that big stadium upgrade, but at least you got your win. Oh, dear. Now we're losing to the Royals. Oh, boy. go back and see if there's anything else that can cause me pain in the NHL scores. All right, Avalanche and Oilers tied at 2. That can go either way. Over in the NBA, Raptors now only leading by 3. And Chiefs and Royals to Omaha. Oh. Oh my goodness. It would be kind of hilarious, but I also think that I think if they did move to Omaha, that the entire state of Missouri would burn down the homes of each of the commissioners of the major leagues of sports. That's just kind of my opinion. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I mean, there's no chance for the Sabres to make it in still, right? They've been eliminated, surely. I mean, it would be hilarious if they somehow got their act together and, snuck into the playoffs, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh my goodness, could they? Please, no. Let's get a definitive answer. Oh no, they haven't been eliminated yet. Oh no. Yeah. And I think the only thing that would save the commissioner of the NHL is if the St. Louis Blues offered to pay for their own stadium upgrades. Would never happen, but you never know. And damn, almost feels like it's right back where we started. Another missed shot and a rebound by Ashley Edwards. Holy crap. Meanwhile, Mule gets her second foul for UConn on offensive foul. Gabby Marshall drawing a hard charge. Oh boy, hard charger alert. Meanwhile, let's check on the box score. All right. At least Feuerbach is getting some points for the Hawkeyes off the bench. Stolke again finally is able to get a pass while getting worked on by Edwards, but not a good angle to try that layup. All right, Arnold working on a Fulter, finds the clear shot and mid-range. Clark on the rebound, racing forward, gets it to Gabby Marshall and gets taken away. Arnold racing up, and another turnover for Iowa, and has a drained 3 by Becker. Oh boy. Wow. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. And I guess Clark has decided she's just going to do it all herself. yeah, Mule's no longer. Oh, nope, she's still in the game, but she can't do much. Unfortunately, Shade's three does not go. Thrown for our head by Fulter. No foul there. And here comes Becker guarding Marshall. Back to a Fulter guarding Arnold. Her three does not land. Clark trying to keep up with the transition game as Angie nearly knocks everything over on my desk. She gets into the paint, and Martin cannot complete the layup. Dang it. Yeah, some awful, awful shooting from Iowa to get this game started. Like, am I just catching like the worst possible halves of all the possible games I could be looking at in this time slot? Meanwhile, another offensive foul on UConn. Was officially their first foul of the quarter. We get ourselves a TV timeout, and oh my, by the bio. Is there anything, please, that we can check off? Thankfully, no technicals. Couple of hard collision, but nothing that seemed to was in the realm of a hostile act. Nothing under review. You know, I just assume whatever is going on with a woman's hair, I will just assume that it took a good deal of time and probably much more money than is currently invested in my hairs. And I will just enjoy the end result and not ponder what kind of nightmare it took to get there. I don't know, Logan. Let me bring up the box scores for a minute. I'm going to go down to the Hawkeyes and look at their field goal percentage. Now, so far, Kaylin Clark only 2 for 7 from the floor. Gabby Marshall's 0 for 2. Kate Martin's 1 for 5. You know, just a lot of whiffs. And a Fulter is also 0 for 2. A lot of whiffs from people who are usually decent producers for the team. The only 2 people who are like being efficient when they get their shots is actually it's only Stolke. Oh, Justin, I await to see what this acronym is. I'm always amazed to see what people come up with for these. All right, what has been called so far as we end this timeout? Celebratory gesture, fast break, three-point play, coach is angry, home crowd hates the call, double-double, posterize what I do, technical difficulties, how do you do optimal demographic, into the cheerleaders, press, crowd, home team and away team got the bonus in the second half, an actual jump ball, deep hurting, and fix Jim's TV. And that is all we have so far. And also, there have been 10 steals so far tonight, as there's another miss for Caitlin Clark. Oh boy, and Mule Doesn't look like she's missed much of a step, and that's a foul on Fairbach. And gets Iowa into the tally of fouls. Still a 10-point deficit. It'll be an inbound from underneath the basket. Becker will just loft it to Edwards, who will throw it to Mule. Sticking it to Becker, but her mid-range doesn't fall. Martin throws a rebound up ahead to Clark, and Clark's three does not go. And meanwhile, Leah Edwards gets called for a foul. That's her second. And puts UConn up to 3. Idiots out wandering around. Okay. A dangerous pass on the inside, but once again, a draw foul on the Leah. Oh, I thought they got it on Leah Edwards, but this one goes on KK Arnold, and that's her second foul. Yeah, I don't know. That was a iffy call, I think. I'm not sure what they were calling. Specifically a block or a reach-in or whatever. At least Falter was able to make one of her 2 foul shots. Marshall coming back in for Fairbach. Here comes Shade. I'm sorry, that's Mule. I didn't get to see the second number. It was covered by the hair. Becker with some great dribbling. Unfortunately, the pass bounces right off Edwards' foot and into the hands of Martin. Feet in the corner, but that gives UConn time to settle into their coverage. And a step back 3 for a Falter is good. Very nice. Oh my goodness, and now the Iowa crowd is back on its feet, but just as quickly, Edwards is able to get in and silence them again. All right, a Falter to Martin on the inside. She's being guarded close by Shade. Mule is able to knock the pass to Clark away. Shade will recover. That is the 12th turnover for Iowa. Oh, man. And it's a big part of it. Not only it's the opportunities that they have not been the best shots, and they haven't been able to set themselves up the way that they're used to because UConn is playing such punishing defense. Finally, Caitlin Clark banks one in. Oh, boy. And here comes the noise from the Hawkeye faithful. Shade to Edwards, guarded by Stolke. She's lost in the paint, going over top, nothing doing. Rebound Martin, ahead to Clark, who flings it to a Falter, who lets the coverage rush past her and takes the easy 2. Okay. We're officially under a minute to go, and Iowa's cheering section is getting louder. Gabby Marshall knocks that one away, but a great job by Becker, and it misses! She Euro-stepped, had a clean lane to the basket, and nothing doing. Holy crap. Iowa's only committed 1 foul. They've reached the bonus, so get away team gets a bonus in the first half if you have it. And another miss by Clark from 3-point land. She's 0 for 6 tonight from 3s. This should be Becker ending the And it is an easy drive into the lane. And they will just let the first half end that way. Wow. That was rough. I mean, Iowa was able to close the gap there near the end, but damn. UConn looking like they were completely in control for a good portion of that first half. Oh man, I do not envy the blood pressure of any Hawkeyes fans out there who are going to be watching the rest of this game. Me, unfortunately, I cannot because I am tired as hell and I need to go to bed. Oh my! But if nobody else got a bingo after away team gets the bonus in the first half, I'm afraid I don't have much else to call off on that, unfortunately. Sorry we couldn't get any winners tonight. But hey, at least we got the stream on. Even with all of the regional lockout fuckery. Okay. So I think that's going to do it here on another Stupid Sports Show for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for Purdue versus NC State, and I hope NC State fares better in the men's tournament than they did in the women's. Plus a little something extra. Until then, take care of yourselves. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.